What's up, everybody? I got a good one for you guys today. I've seen a lot of videos being posted about this particular group of fragrances, but what I have for you here today is Santal 33 by Le Labo, Louis Vuitton Lovers by Louis Vuitton, and we have this beautiful Game of Spades bib. Get it focused in there. Game of Spades bib. Now they're all relatively close in nature and DNA. I think Louis Vuitton Lovers is supposed to be a dupe of Santal 33. Game of Spades is supposed to be, they're both supposed to be dupes of Santal 33. But lately the dupe game has been off the chart. I mean, the dupes were not like they were in my day. In my day, you could smell the synthetic material. It just smelled fake. It smelled like it was something that, I don't know, would belong in the dollar store or something like that. That's where the dupes were back in my day. But today, some of these dupes are even better than the original. But, here we go. Here's a little smell test between them. Now, this Le Labo one, Santal 33, is like a little dapper. So we're going to dap it on the paper there. It's unfortunate, but that's what the lady gave me at Nordstrom. She played me because Nordstrom, if you know, you can get the little sample bottles and fill it with whatever you want. She was like, oh, I got a sample for you, and it turned out to be this little baby. But it's okay. Then we got Louis Vuitton Lovers. I'm going to spray it on here. No, I don't have testing strips, so index cards it is. I love that smell. I don't exactly know why people hate on it. Not gonna lie, but Game of Spades big. We'll spray that on there. Let it sit. So, Le Labo. Ooh, that smells really good. That smells really refined. Very, like they mixed it very well. You're supposed to get cardamom, iris, violet, according to the website. Smoky wood alloy, sandalwood, cedarwood, spicy, leathery, musky. This is more like, I can see you wearing this to the office. I can see you wearing this to somewhere important. If you wore something like this, it would be unique for sure. Because people, what's the critique on this online? Is that it smells like pickle juice, right? I don't really get that. I mean, to me it smells amazing. To me, it smells like something that you actually want to wear. And actually, the beauty of it is that not a lot of people are going to lean to it anyway, because this is one of those DNAs that you either love or you hate. So for the majority of people that hate it, you're going to come into the room smelling unique because nobody's going to like it on themselves. But after dry down, man, this stuff really works. Louis Vuitton Lovers. Yeah, they don't... They smell very similar, but Louis Vuitton Lovers smells a little bit spicier. It smells a little bit more, you get more oomph from it in the opening, I would say. Yeah, they're very similar. They're very similar. Cardamom, iris, sandalwood, cedarwood, spicy, leathery, musky, sure. I get that as well from this. Now I know it's not on skin, but yeah, these two smell very similar, Santal 33 and Lovers, but Lovers definitely has, it's more spicy, it's more rich in the opening. Not to say that it smells better than Santal 33, but it's definitely going to project more. Definitely going to project more. Game of Spades bid. Let's see what's up with this now. Now, I personally, I don't know if you could tell. I mean, there's a little dent on it already. Not much, because you don't really need much of this for it to be effective, but I've worn this to the office. I've already worn this out and about, and I get compliments on this every single time. So, Game of Spades bid. Lovers. Yeah, I would say Game of Spades is more in line with Santal 33 as far as similarities go. I mean, they basically smell identical. Lovers, Definitely has more of an umph, has a kick to it for sure. And it's the same. It's the same. The sandalwood, cedarwood, musky, iris notes. Sure, I get it. Listen, I like this DNA a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of my friends who smell this are like, "Oh, that's you get the pickle juice." I could see where that pickle juice scent or profile. I see how you can get it, but a lot of that also, I think, is like people talking about it online. But these, yeah, if you really want to be the best smelling person in the room, the most uniquely smelling person in the room, let me say that. Some people are gonna smell it and be like, "Oh, that's trash." But it depends who you're wearing it for, isn't it? If you're wearing it for yourself, if you like to smell unique, if you like to be to leave that trail of aroma when you walk by, if you want to break some necks, definitely. Because even if you don't like it, even if the people who don't like it smell this, they're gonna be like, they're gonna ask you anyway. They're gonna be like, "Wow, what is that smell?" You're gonna tell them it's whatever, and they're gonna say, "Well, it don't really smell." I mean, let's be realistic. How many people are really gonna tell you to your face, you smell like trash? I mean, unless you're a complete jerk, I don't really think people would say something like that anyway. But Santal 33, I would say Santal and Game of Spades definitely smell more identical to each other for sure. Lovers has the same DNA. Like it's wants to be part of this line, but in this opening, it gives you more of an oomph. It's gonna project a little bit more, and it's probably gonna smell the best out of the three in the opening. And definitely, I mean, I've worn Lovers, and the dry down on Lovers is where it shines. It just smells like, whew, it smells like the best smelling fragrance that you possibly could have ever smelled. But it takes that dry down period. Like I said, I've gotten compliments with Game of Spades bid. I've gotten tons of compliments with this already. Lovers, I haven't really worn it out in the wild because I got the sample, and I kind of just want to always keep it until if and when the time comes when I get the actual bottle. But Santal 33, the original one. I mean, I think Lovers is probably the best smelling of the three. Game of Spades, I've gotten longevity on Game of Spades. I've gotten 7 hours, 8 hours. I've smelled it the next day on my clothes. So I mean, the longevity is ridiculous on Spade. On Lovers too, I'm not gonna lie. Lovers, I've gotten all day. The projection, you probably get like 4 or 5 hours of projection, and that's a lot too. Usually around the 8-9 hour mark is when I've noticed that it dies down. Labo Santal 33, I haven't really been able to try it on skin because it's such a tiny vial. I think one use of this and it'll be gone. But I mean, for the price, you're gonna spend 300 plus on Santal 33, and I mean, it's an amazing fragrance. It's not that it's trash. You're gonna spend 300 and some odd on Louis Vuitton Lovers. Yeah, that smells good too. I mean, there's no way around it. That smells really good. And this is just the opening. When the dry down is when it's gonna hit you. You're gonna be like, wow. But Game of Spades bid right here. Game of Spades bid. This is not a paid review in any way, shape, or form. I actually had to buy it. Game of Spades bid is so close to Santal 33. I mean, you'd have to be like one of the chemists on the Labo to be able to pick up any differences. But boy, oh boy, for the price point, Game of Spades bid, I would say if you want to smell like this line, like Santal 33, Louis Vuitton Lovers, if you want to smell as unique as possible, the chances are nobody's gonna have a scent like this anywhere that you go, because I can see where it's off-putting. I really can. But for the price point, instead of paying $350, you're gonna pay a sixth of the price. This I think cost me $50, $50 on the Joe Milano site. I would highly recommend going with Game of Spades bid, because to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's the closest you're gonna get to the Labo, to Santal 33. It's so close. I mean, it's practically identical. It's practically identical. Lovers, you're gonna get a little bit more of an oomph, and I could see with Lovers that pickle smell that people comment on. I could see where they get that from, but at the same time, the cedarwood, sandalwood. Oh my God, it's done so well here. Listen, if you have the money, get the Lovers. I would say get the $350 plus tax. Get the Lovers, because I think it smells the best out of the three. But if you only got $50, less than $100 to spend, and you've smelled this before on somebody and you like how it smells, Game of Spades bid is probably going to be your best option, because you can't tell the difference, and it's not even close. Well, I hope this helps somebody.